Hi guys, and welcome back. So for today, I just did a Dynamesh sketch of the one of the crystal hold what do I call it? Ice pillars rather. The ice pillar sort of holds the little gemstones, the one that's out the front of the temple. And all I really did was went into ZBrush and took a geosphere into ZBrush and just started sculpting what looks like rock. And then obviously the way I'll paint it, it'll look more like ice. So it's just a matter of having reference and finding the shapes that you need. I wasn't really sure on how I would make this. I've never really done any like specific rock things, something that has to be specific. So that was what I was focusing on really for today, and I think what turns out to be pretty good. Unfortunately though for me, the what do you call it? One of the files won't render at a different speed, which is a bit disappointing. Something must have gone wrong when it was recording, so hopefully that's not an occurrence. But at just before the 6-minute mark, you might see a big jump between amounts of work. Luckily enough, the part that's missing was only about 15 minutes, so when scaled down, you're not missing out on much. So once I sort of put down the sort of main, just had a sort of rough shape of the thing. I started from the top and worked my way down essentially, and I used a lot of flat brushing, so flattening out areas to give the effect that it looks like rock, and I'm really just playing around. Like, this is the first time I've done anything like this. I do prefer not to use tutorials unless I really need to. And yeah, to start off with, it does start looking like a tree more than something that's made out of rock. But once I started working out that the flat brush is a good way to make flat areas, surprise, surprise. I really started nailing shapes out, and then just adding on more exposed rock parts, ice parts, with the clay build-up brush. So I think the main 3 brushes that I used were clay build-up, flat, and pinch brush. And I did use the standard brush, but with a drag feature to get a little rocky texture onto the model. You'll see a little later. When this is done, I don't think there's much else I want to do to add to it. It'll just be maybe going up one subdivision, cleaning it up, to make a normal map from that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, with how it turns out. So yeah, this it's not a bad effort for today. So like I said, the rest of the next couple of days rather, it'll be ZBrush. These will be like sketches, so they might not be full models. I probably will use this in the final, but some of the stuff might still just be concepts and stuff. But yeah, that'll be what I'll be doing for the next couple of days. I think tomorrow I'll probably do I don't know, the door maybe. We'll see. I'll look for something. And yeah, so the big skips probably about to happen. Just depends on how well these videos, my speaking and the video syncs up. But I did start playing around with some drag. You drag a template out and it cuts the shapes out via alpha, but I decided I didn't like that. Did some work on the crystal just to make it look chipped, and then yeah, just wanted to make it look a little rough, like it had been there for a while, like snow had slowly chipped away at it, made it a little rough around the edges as opposed to crystal clear, as it were. But yeah, in my actual life, not too much been going on. Still playing Pokemon, which is good. So just catching and getting the ones I want, and then haven't really been doing many personal projects. Just haven't had the time, but would like to get on to some personal projects as well. And but like I've said many times, this is the main focus, so this is what I will be focusing on the most. Yeah, so hopefully by now in the video you can see me adding the extra bits and bobs onto this model to make it look a little more rocky and icy. And I'll leave it here. So hopefully you've had a good Thursday, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Alright, cheers guys.